us. And at least some of us are back. At 10:20, the time was decided to be back at.
The time that was agreed upon, but don't forget a wizard is never early, nor are they late. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Unlike that. There are the Yeah, I realized I put my shirt back on inside out.
I didn't notice.
I did. When I was like, fiddling my buttons down here. I was like, hold on a second, this is on the inside. And I look at my shirt and I'm like, they're all on the inside.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
I assume Dave will be back momentarily.
Whilst we're vamping, DM, what inspired this module?
So,
Hola.
Greetings. Back in my undergraduate degree, I did a major in creative writing. One was wrote novella, so it's like 10,000 word creative piece. And so this is based on that item that I submitted for my degree, and I've done some adapting and adding. I've had various people play through it. It's been fun. If you go out exploring into the wasteland, there's like I've got like this colony of like penguin people who are very military-esque. So they have like
I would like to meet the penguin people.
And they have like Applejack cider and Surströmmen. There's also like amoebas, which are great. So you know, like the tiny little like bacteria. Yeah, those. But like big.
I definitely want to meet some amoebas. No, it's what's fun is give me really cool like Horizon Zero Dawn vibes.
I haven't played that one.
Yeah.
This is I sort of like amalgamated some of the bits and pieces which you won't necessarily get to because it's like a different entry point from like there's like a Skyrim module where you go into like this like very ashen black charcoal landscape with all of this like purple fiery kind of stuff, so some imagery from there. But also there was this like cool sci-fi series that I watched that was, what was it called? I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, it was about like at this Arctic research kind of facility where there was like this very virulent pathogen and sort of like mesh the two together. Yeah, plagiarism. Where all my ideas come from.
No, I think I know the one you're talking about, and I also can't remember the name. It had the bloke from it's the guy from Shogun, and he was in.
Did they make the thing into a TV series? Did I see that they would?
No,
I hope not.
That it was basically a hemorrhagic fever kind of thing. But I went through this whole kind of like I'm gonna watch movies and series about like virulent pathogens of unspeakable doom, and that was fun.
As you do. As you do.
It was fun. Speaking of virulent doom, you guys are standing at this computer. You have just read these retrieval orders. It's kind of all you can really gather from this computer now that it is in the state that it is in. That is unfortunate. How's it kind of remembers that there was previously, you believe, some talk of being given a data pad, and maybe the instructions kind of got confused as people were like chatting in the tent, but the idea of this particular mission was that we were here to retrieve data. One of your members had been given a data pad. Potentially it had been the guy who wandered off into the snow. I don't know.
When he took mushrooms.
When he took the mushrooms and fucked off with one of your quest items. I don't know. But yes, this is one item of data. If you find other methods of noting information, perhaps you could transcribe at least some of it.
Well, can our mechanical friend here? Do you have
a record button?
Do you have that? But also, do you have like storage?
Oh yeah, do you have like an internal USB?
I mean,
hey, it's the guy with the data pad. How you doing?
There are sometimes. I mean, there are occasions where I require the input in one of my ports, and sometimes I export from my own data point. Also, the TV series that I was thinking of was Helix.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You don't have to be
Sci-fi deep cut.
No, it doesn't have to be good.
I think you just have to steal from enough different things that it's not like you're stealing from one thing directly. Anyway, my man wanders back. He's sort of like realizing that, whoa, man, like there's this prison.
He's on the down road. He's on the down.
It took him a while, but he followed the light.
Yeah.
That was on the beacon that was there. He just zigged and zagged his way.
And you sort of like, as you're doing that, you see like this beacon of, you've been following this beacon of light. You come up to this rectangular prism of wonder and great power, just filled with cosmic power. The vibes from it speaks to your very soul. And your pocket feels like a bit heavier. Something's like banging against it. And now you're more kind of in tune with your senses rather than being bereft of them. And you reach into your pocket, pull out, and you're just like, oh yeah, the data pad. They needed that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
You sort of like walk up to this structure. So there's, I don't know, how much of what I described have you heard? Have you been like on the street following or doing
I was following when up to the point when they were in the airlock, just about to get in.
Awesome. So I'm not going to double dip the information then because you already know. And I guess you approach it because you assume that's where everyone is going.
Absolutely.
Tracks in the snow. These wonderful like tennis racket kind of like footprints as all of these party members of yours like miraculously and very meticulously traverse their way at very rapid pace from A to B, not hindered by the depth and breadth of the snow. It's remarkable, really.
Expertly traversed.
What would you like to do?
I will try and follow in their wake. Track them down.
Right. You can hear this dude sort of like button mashing at the door. Beep, 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 and it goes. Bah, bah.
I prepare fireball. No.
I just call it.
He does it again. It's like.
I knock and say,
think...
"Do you want to put a snowman?"
Oh, I hold a gun up to the door and I shoot through the door. No.
Guys, are you in there?
Puff?
I got a bit lost. It's wasn't good.
Does
Hello?
anyone recognize that voice?
Yeah, I hear. So I like look through the door and I can sort of see his outline through the two doors, and I'm like, yeah, I tell you the code.
Cool.
I speak in Howard's brain at the same time with message, and I'm just like, have you told him the code? Maybe, I think it's that weird druid guy who was eating mushrooms. Like, you should probably tell him the code. It was like 6, 5, 4, X, D, 6, 9.
So, was it
1?
Puff was your name?
Yeah,
For your
it's
benefit,
Puff.
He can talk to you in your brain. So this is you're hearing this inside your head.
Oh god, that's gonna trip me out more. But yeah.
Okay, listen to me. I am the voice for you. I will guide you.
He's the voice trying to understand.
He's trying to understand.
27. It's still going.
Push the numbers on the number pad. It is 6, 9,
D,
4, 2, 0.
I, K. It's still
Yes,
going.
it opens. You step inside. You get doused in this like slightly stingy mist before the other door opens, and you can see your companions. This half-chewed computer monitor. There's them kind of standing around it. Sparks is holding us like a scrap of paper. The interior has like some fake plants, some picture frames on the walls that has some artwork in it of like geometric shapes, and 2 steel double doors in like the right corner in like a little alcove, with a panel above it and some circles running in sequence.
Were you describing like there's windows in that door, or it's not see-through?
It's not. So the one that you just went through for the airlock.
No, the double stainless.
The metal steel double doors that are
An elevator.
are not see-through. No.
So, what's the plan then? We're just gonna stand around here, or are we trying to get through to the next door, or?
Well, we were waiting
Well,
for you.
no, there are a few things that are pinging my FN sense downstairs.
I don't see any stairs, machine.
Do you show anyone else your data pad path?
Oh, yes. I realized after some time wandering in the tundra that I have this thing. It's got a cherry on the back, but it's missing a piece out of it. Not quite sure. It's relevant.
Well,
It seems like
It-
it was
it
supposed
might-
to be useful, but I could never work these things.
see, this is why I think that drugs are bad, and we should definitely say no to drugs.
What's drugs?
Just
Given your previous role, how's it with your history and also just intelligence checks for figuring it out, you would see that this very particularly has a cable that's been curled and like rubber banded to like the data pad, and it looks like this particular cable would logically fit in the box of that computer.
FN, can you just bend over?
oh, it's this
Oh, wait, no,
that type of group, isn't it? Is it?
No, it
Oh.
I say these things are taking a turn, aren't they?
Oh,
Try and get some information. Next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of plugging going on.
I mean, like if we're gonna make some content, I mean, we've got a
Gotta get the camera.
semi-famous person.
All
So
that hot springs all over again.
Just,
Crikey.
just kidding, but let's see if we can
You're just testing what is there really?
plug this one into this machine.
it seems like a
what? Wait.
good idea.
Oh, this machine.
Fun. All right, do a bit of digging and diving. Now, there seems to be some kind of program that's set to run because it's 10:30. Trying to extract some particular data. You come across an entry titled Subject I. Day 1. Subject retrieved at great military cost. The epidemiological properties of the demon blood is being studied. Corporal Hicks remains in isolation for observation of continued symptomology development, henceforth to be named as Subject I.
This
Day
is
2.
bullshit, man.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Was one of the things you watched the 2008 movie Doom with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it?
I've watched so many things, but that has been
Okay.
one I've watched. Yes.
Okay.
All of the plagiarisms, all of the
That got an
sources.
Oscar, didn't it?
No.
Which shouldn't have.
Day 2. Subject I displays elevated body temperature and heart rate and subnormal blood pressure. Subject is experiencing sweats and agitation. Day 3. Subject I's blood appears to be coagulating within his body. Samples taken as thick with thick with dead red blood cells. Subject's veins are darkening and skin is becoming more translucent. Subject I is experiencing violent outbursts and night terrors. Day 4. Subject I's skin is developing lesions. Subject's hairs and nails are falling off. Subject's teeth are turning grey. Gums are bleeding. Eyes are becoming bloodshot. He is experiencing paranoid hallucinations and is experiencing nervous system malfunctions. Day 5. Subject I appears to be experiencing unexplained rate of weight loss. His spine is curving into an unnatural arch and is developing nodular calcifications. Subject bit off own fingers today and was restrained. Subject started to hemorrhage blood from tear ducts, ears, nose, and rectum. Day 6. Subject eye is almost unrecognizable from former identity. Blood taken for virology analysis. Transformation appears complete. God forgive us.
I'd just like to say Subject eye is probably still alive because they didn't say that's in the thing, and we're probably going to be fighting it. Well, good luck to you all. I have a gig to get to.
I think they sealed Subject Eye behind those shiny doors.
We should probably go free it because it probably sounds like it's in terrible pain. It's not in a good way.
Wait, when you say
What have they
free
done
it,
to
you
it?
mean
It
like
could be great.
like
No! It's done nothing wrong. It's just in suffering right now, yes?
After that comes like a pop-up screen asking for a security.
Would you like to know more?
For greater classification. So for accessing further information.
Can I break the firewall with my computing brain?
Did you say that there was another screen of letters and numbers in a jumble?
No, it's sort of just like input password, like for retrieval. If you don't have that, you probably have to go to another terminal, traveler.
Can I try password 1234?
Do
Kind
it.
of password some idiot would put in their luggage.
Would you like to investigate around the room further? They closed the elevator.
Look, I'm fresh to the room. I'll have a look around because I'm like, what has happened here?
Go for.
Can I look hungrily at the computer monitor that I had been snaking on but was told to stop?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I do.
You can eat it with your eyes. Go for it.
It's a 15 for investigation.
Neat.
Are elevators a thing where we're from? So we look at that and know it's an elevator.
I mean, like, yeah, probably similar too.
That's the up-down box.
As 15, these guys are reading all of this horrible stuff. Reading, I don't think has ever been your thing. Getting a bit bored, so you go for a bit of a wander. Opposite the elevators, obscured from previous view, is etched metal panel that has different levels that correspond with the discs above the double metal doors.
Mm-hmm.
So you have level A as the AI research facility. You have levels B through E, but the lights above the double doors seem to be darkened on these ones. Level F, quarantine and isolation rooms. Level G, cryotherapy lab. Level N, laboratories. Level Q, living quarters, rec areas. Level T, transgenics. And then level X, virus vault. The other letters of the alphabet are completely irrelevant, so it's not in alphabetical order.
Can I just ask one quick question, DM?
Sure.
Is this the same place that I woke up in?
I don't know. You'd know unless you specifically. Oh. Well, you said you woke up in some place, didn't you? In like a lab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, I'll keep that to myself for a hot second, and then wait for Puff to see what they say.
What was
You're talking about rescuing someone? Quarantine?
Well, what was the level? Was it level N, DM? I missed that one.
So level N was laboratories.
Lab. Okay.
There's probably a lot of data in the lab, perhaps.
Oh, there's too many options.
I traced a lot of data when I was.
Roll me, so my AI medicine man, roll me a medicine check. You as an intellectual could roll me an intelligence check. Oh, like a history check, possibly. History check.
Can Mr. Bot detect depth, proximity to?
I can probably take depth better than medicine. I rolled a fucking 2 on my medicine check.
Yeah, so none of these sort of things make too much sense to you. Like, they're not your area of speciality. Function 69. But how's it? You are a learned rabbit. Transgenics is genetic engineering. Just FYI. So that potentially could have some more information. The laboratories as well could be an interesting place to go and check. Cryotherapy is putting people into kind of like stasis. And then, quarantine and isolation would be where you have contagious subjects that you monitor and potentially take notes on how they're going. But you've previously got some observation notes, so whether that would be relevant or not, I'll leave up to you. Roll a medical check for your medical man. Roll me a medical check, you medical man. Reading the Twitch. In terms of depth, you can do a little bit of assessment on your spell, but I think it's probably been a little bit longer than 10 minutes, so you'd have to cast it again.
But I would know the location. I wouldn't need to cast it again.
Oh, it'd be down.
Well, I guess we could look through some of these levels and see if they're computers or.
I'll hold off on casting the spell again, only because I have limited spell slots. So, So we have to go down. There are the up-down boxes over there. It seems the power's still working. We could jump in one of those, or there should be. It would only make sense that there would be a way to get out in case there was a laboratory emergency sort of thing.
Would we be on level A?
No.
No. We're on level ground.
Yeah. Level A is down one floor.
Yeah. Is there a fire escape?
Out the window.
No, enjoy your death trap, ladies.
I don't think it's a good idea to go down level by level, folks. This is not a way to do things if we're trying to get in and out and get back to safety.
Yes, sometimes going in and out for extended periods of time can
it's just not possible.
Lead to more gratification.
For who? Who's having a good time then that's happening?
The other party.
Sometimes it just gets a bit dry if you go in and out.
Well, yeah, no, you need to time it for step. You need
some
to,
sort of liquidation on these things, otherwise you're just going in hard and dry, and it's not always enjoyable.
And you want to make sure that the satisfaction of the in and outs is.
God.
I think Puff had rolled the previous investigation check. You would notice that there is a bottle of lavender moisturizing hand cream on the desk.
But where's the box of tissues?
And strangely, a sock.
Does
My mage hand. Is there a button on the elevator?
Can I mage hand the sock? No.
Yes, you may. Yes.
After I'm done using the moisturizer.
Sure.
If you use mage hand, it's like a stranger's doing it.
That's just.
Yeah, I'm done.
It can only do 2 pounds of pressure though. So.
That's right. You don't have to yank it completely off. It's fine.
Oh no.
We're all adults here.
So, So, for at risk of another pun, which button are you pushing?
It's the up and down buttons.
Yeah.
I'll push a down button.
Yeah, there's
Great.
no up button. Here, it's ground.
Oh.
Push the button.
The
Push the button. Push the button.
I think if I'm whoever's in front of it, yes, push it.
All right. It opens up into an elevator. You don't even need to roll like a kind of perception check. This place had kind of been a bit of a bloodbath, but it'll be fine. Just a bit of a casual splatter.
Oh, in the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, good
Amazing.
times.
Let's jump in and see where we go.
Okay.
Before we leave this room, though, does anyone want this bottle of lavender moisturizer?
Maybe you can use it for some in your joints there. I think, FN.
I'd like to perform a nature check on the blood splatter.
Yeah, go for it.
You know, I was going to say that this place.
Oh God, it's licking it! Oh God.
Hey. How many points is that?
That's up to.
No.
So that's 3.
I was going to say that this place seems
Yeah,
quite safe relative to the outside, but this
And
elevator.
you did go
tells-
round the outside too.
Yeah.
Round the outside.
This tells a bit of a different story.
This trailer park boy went round the outside.
Definitely. Have you tasted human blood before?
Sure.
All right, tastes like human blood, kind of really old, really, really old.
I mean, if
Oh.
the first thing I would definitely do after going to like a virulent virus lab thing is lick every surface. I mean, that's like the smartest thing.
Standard.
Erwin, you are living up to your name. It's everything that I expected from you.
All right, what letter of the
it's
alphabet are
called-
we picking?
It's called leadership.
Should we go
Yep.
to
Yeah.
the
Quarantine. Yes.
the quarantine place where they like observe the patients, or the whatever. you call
Yep.
it.
I mean, we can go down there, and if we don't find the thing, I can do the spell again, and we can find out where this thing is. I mean,
I did kind of
like-
tell you the answer. You didn't pay attention. Roll me an intelligence check.
which one?
What about the floor that has the big ominous X on it?
Like this
No, it's T. It's the transgenics.
is like where the next bit of information is.
I jump in the elevator and I press all the buttons.
So
Oh, look, it's a Christmas tree.
in the laboratory, that is where they're doing their analysis. I think that's where this data entry came from. So we could check that out.
Well, why don't we can go there first and, tie things up very quickly in a nice neat bow, or we can explore every single lab methodically for the next however long.
Because I have content for every level, but it's 10 to 11. So unless you want to carry this over like another week.
I agree with the bunny based on the nature check.
I agree with the bunny based on the
person
probably
who
finish early.
The fluid on the wall agrees with me. I think.
I'm fairly sure it was my idea. You're agreeing with me.
So, N.
To the labs.
Boop.
You get like wonderful. Oh, we should prepare it. You get like elevator music. And it's like, all right. So, traveling down and what feels like a really long way. Like so far that you feel like your ears start to pop a little bit. This is definitely past the depth that you would have detected that previous data, like from the object spell. You've gone much below that. But the elevator eventually opens, and you look around the laboratory. So,
as we're in the thing, I
walk
just
outside
like,
into a corridor. It appears to be sort of like a very circular kind of donut. I guess as you walk from the elevator, and then you can walk into like the middle passage, and then around the outside of this cylinder is another sub-series of rooms. So looking through plastic glass, you can see there's analysis. There's labs that previously had animal cages in them.
Is there any evidence of blood anywhere?
Oh yeah, well, a little bit of a
Erwin, that's
which one?
Investigation. Yes. It depends, like how close you're getting up in it, or are you like rolling with your eyeballs, like,
or are you licking it?
There'll be no licking. They'll be walking around and visually inspecting gross amounts of blood.
Nice.
I just hang back and I start to play a little tune on my lute.
Okay, cool. So what you can see from your inspection going around the outside is that the areas that did have these cages where they were doing some kind of tests with animals, there's smaller cages, which would probably be with like rats, a little bit larger, probably medical rabbits, a little bit larger again, that looks like possibly monkey-sized cages. There is just carnage. One of the cages has been rent open, and there's like blood across the floor. There doesn't appear to be any currently escaped creatures in there, but there does appear to be a ceiling vent where the air conditioning was that has been torn off. And then some dirt. Does it look...
Can I ask a follow-up question? Is the carnage inside these cages or outside of the cages?
A little bit of both. One and the other. Yeah.
Like a drag mark?
It's all old. But it doesn't appear to be like specifically like, there's animal corpses in those cages.
Gotcha.
There's no humanoid corpses on the floor.
Okay.
Yes.
Does there seem to be any recollection for FN69 of this space?
This particular space, negatory.
Okay.
Are there any drag marks, like as in like a corpse that has been pulled?
Yeah, I'd say so. A little bit of a puddle underneath the vent.
Yeah, I point out that vent. There's something came out of there. Or something came out of there and took a bunch of shit back up there with it. Which means...
There are laboratory rooms, however, that don't have carnage in them. And their vents appear to be intact.
All right, give me a second and I will find what we are looking for. And oh, excuse you, little rabbit.
So it means we have to go up, yes. If the vent...
There were additional computers in this space, if you'd like to invest.
I pull out a forked twig, and I say some mumbo jumbo, and I cast locate object once more.
Sweet. You have a laboratory desk workspace next to a centrifuge that lights up like a nice purple, I don't know, halo.
Well, it's that thing, and I start walking towards it.
Yeah.
What is that thing, FN? What did you find?
It's a data pad. It's the thing that we're looking for. It wasn't the thing upstairs, so it didn't taste very good. I mean, I don't really have taste buds, but
don't eat this one. I don't think they're supposed to be eaten.
No. Wisdom from the drawer.
As I pick it up, it's like halfway to my mouth when he says that.
I very quickly grab a pen from the desk and jam it, lodge it.
I grab
Your father used to do that one with the sticks and the crocodiles.
I grab my finger to pop out the pen. I wasn't
my father taught me.
I grab the data pad off Fefe and I take it to Howard's. You made sense of the one upstairs. What's this one tell us?
That's you.
I mean, I helped. Just want to say, I helped.
Data pad.
You almost ate the thing.
Oh, let's stick this prong in one of its holes. Yes.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
an expert at that. I'm an expert at sticking prongs in holes, so I think you should let me do this.
Well, you can do it. You can choose whether the front or the back.
Actually kidding. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't understand. I mean, but front or back, it's whatever the other person's preference is.
Well, do something with it.
All right.
Shove it in.
Marvelous. Another entry gets uploaded to your datapad. Subject I, virology analysis. Basic analysis of blood reveals composition depleted of platelets, white and red blood cells. Blood seems to derive its oxygen from osmosis through the subject's epidermis. Levels of sodium, potassium, iron depleted. The double helix stranded structure remains intact but altered in some way. Preliminary hypothesis is that the RNA has replaced the base sequences with some other protein compilation. DNA sequencing in progress.
What does it say about the mitochondria?
I don't think it says anything about the mitochondrial DNA currently.
I believe the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not any virologist or, I mean, I'm a virologist, but I don't understand exactly, like, this person turned it into something?
So
is that what they're saying?
Like, out of game to kind of like explain the science of what I'm kind of referencing is that there has been some research into like genetic engineering through viruses changing how DNA functions, and they've actually used this structure to repair blindness in some people, where you change how so a virus, when it replicates, attaches to a cell, and it will use the RNA in a cell to like replicate, but in that process you can actually affect like the host's DNA and change how that cell and that DNA will then replicate in that host organism. So that's kind of like where that's going from. So I guess if you want to roll an intelligence check for a hypothesis.
Hypothesize. Away.
No, that's an investigation check.
What do you say?
I said intelligence.
Oh, just intelligence.
Just intelligence.
Plain old intelligence.
Yeah.
Boom.
So you're looking at this research kind of preliminary note. You're going, it appears as if the viral structure of whatever has come across in these demons is infecting everyone and turning them into like organisms in a very rapid and very horrible process. Sounds terrible.
I mean, okay, so...
Is this how you became a bunny? Or your parents became stones?
I mean...
Sounds like a different kind of process.
I mean, it sounds like they were...
I mean, you could have been born in one of those cages.
Maybe. One of those corpses back there could be, like, my relatives. Probably.
I mean, it's the same with most of us. I mean, did we all come from here? I mean, is this what survived?
Well,
no, but like further back, like there were
further back
obviously
than the monastery.
experimenting. No, further back than the monastery, further back than anything. Like we all, I mean, I apparently came from here as well, and like they were experimenting with things that changed the basic fundamentals of humans and all the fleshy ones. Like, is this world part of what? Like, was this world created from this lab? Was it
Yeah, this could be like Genesis here. This could be.
The band was okay, but it was better once Phil Collins left and he had his own thing.
All right, from this facility, given it's now 11, I will give you one more entry. Samples taken from subject I for further analysis. Field reports mention the transmission of virulent infection via mucosal membranes. Investigation of airborne virulence of pathogen. Subjects, asexual mice. Pathogen left in open petri dish in adjoining clear chamber. Subject observed for 48 hours. No evidence of transmission. Investigation of water contamination of pathogen. Subjects, asexual mice. Pathogen combined with H2O in normal water distribution apparatus. Subjects observed for 48 hours. No evidence of transmissions. Investigation of direct injection of pathogen into subject. Subjects, asexual mice. Pathogen combined in basic transmission suspension. Subject injected with 2 milligrams of suspension. Subject observed for 48-hour period. Rapid onset of symptoms. Statistically significantly similar to subject I. However, no major physical mutations observed. Aggressive dominance displayed when subject presented to non-infected subject. Investigation of macaque subject via direct injection method. Subject observed with remarkably similar symptom progression to both mice and subject I. Direct physical mutations observed. DNA mutations facilitating four-limb locomotion. Subject containment breach into adjoining cage. Observed playback of security footage revealed. Infected subject bent bars of cage to enter adjoining cell. Infected subject hunted non-infected subject and held down. It appeared to vomit a tar-like subject into the non-infected subject's mouth. End entry.
Right, so we have the data pad, so we should probably leave now after that information because subject I.
What if we just get out and lock the door? I think it sounds like a good idea. These mice sound like little fucks.
I mean, like, I'm sure there's like nukes or something we could fucking explode. What is it?
Just little ones, yes.
A virus bombs.
Why don't we, like, there must be a self-destruct. I mean, there has to be a contingency in place to ensure that whatever's happened here doesn't spread continuously. I mean, besides us. I mean,
yeah. Do you think we could access some kind of information on whether or not there is some kind of mass kind of destruction protocol?
It must be on this pad somewhere, and I'll start like looking through the pad and trying to find like a safeguard or something like that.
Do me a general investigation check.
A general investigation, yes.
You can have assistance if you'd like from your bunny friend who has +8, or the other way around.
I would like to assist the bunny by being like, "You're a good bunny," and I'll give him scritches.
You're a pretty bunny. Oh, what a legendary roll.
26.
That's pretty good.
26.
Nice.
So with your 26, you manage through just magnificent bastardized luck. Mash these buttons and draw up a building schematic of this facility. Now this seems to have like the power conduit routes. Now on the surface it looks like this place is powered via wind turbines and solar power, which would be largely redundant given that, the solar power at least, given there's no fucking sun and there hasn't been for ages. Those would have been technologies from before. You do notice that there is some kind of fusion reactor at the base of this facility, right down in the vault, used as cooling. Cooling system. Or used for the cooling system. It itself would generate some heat, but whatever.
It's fantasy. We make up our own rules. So.
Well, yes, there's a power supply at the bottom that we could perhaps sabotage, and it could. I believe it's like atomic in nature that might, melt down and make this place turn into a even more mess.
That's what I'm hearing. You want to set this virus, almost whatever the fuck is down there, make it worse and set it free.
Oh
No.
I was expecting that the meltdown of the reactor could just kill everything.
Has any of the
Kill,
nuclear
that's-
waste
that's
outside of this
gross.
space so far done anything except cause mutations? Made things worse?
Well, I think it would be a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, and the destroying whatever is being created in this lab before would be more beneficial than letting it run free. Because if it gets out and gets into the general population, such that it is like that's not something that.
I completely agree. That cannot happen. Maybe
Burn it with fire. Hot nuclear fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure, fuck it. What could go wrong?
Well, we know the guild and everyone who put us up to this, getting this information. If they were to get their hands on any of this, I don't think they would destroy it. They would find out some kind of use for it that would be just as abominable as it's concerned.
It's like when I awoke, there were many who tried to use me as a weapon, but I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know, it's why I vibrate.
Mention getting when you awoke. You have a flashback to the lab in which you regained consciousness, and there was a mishmash of shelves containing half-finished projects, but also one thing that not Dr. Kendricks, not Mother, not her she had been working on, but her husband. Something very close to a doomsday machine. It's resting on the shelves. You're not sure whether it's still there.
There's a lot of things here that I take a sip of my robo oil. There's a lot of stuff here. It can't fall into other people's hands, otherwise it's just going to keep happening over and over. People are going to want to be the most powerful, and then when things go wrong, they're just like, start again, and we'll be safe and stuff, and it never works out for them, it never works out for anyone. We need to stop this, otherwise we're not going to be able to progress.
So let's stop it then. At its root, yeah.
Hashtag burn it with fire. I don't know where hashtag came from. It
burn
seems
it with nuclear fucking fusion.
Worked for the thing.
I believe there's a saying, if it bleeds, we can perhaps end its life.
The virus doesn't bleed.
No, but the people become after they're infected.
Indeed.
Let's
Edris, is any of this dust around this building, is there any of that tickling your nose at all? Should we be concerned about you exploding in lightning?
No, there's none of that at the moment. This is fine.
That's good to know, because I'd hate for your head to explode when there's a nuclear bomb nearby.
So let's blow this joint.
Yeah, I have a song. It's forming in my head. I have a song, but it's coming. I'm thinking of the working title, Thunderstruck. Let's fucking do this.
All right. If there's nothing else of catching my attention in this level, I'll just head straight back to the elevator and press down.
Nice.
We're going down.
As we all get in the elevator, you just hear, because the music has stopped, you just hear FN just going. Just doing the Muzak for everybody else.
No. All right. So, heading down further still, it becomes older.
Did we want to split this in two and then you pad out the next kind of session
that's
or
fine.
finish it up?
I think we're finishing it. We're done.
Cool.
We're done.
We're
Close to.
blowing it.
We're blowing this shit.
Blowing this joint.
So heading down to the bottom. This time, double doors are open. This whole space is kind of diffused with soft blue light. It opens into, again, another cylindrical kind of room at the center, what appears to be some kind of reactor power unit. Around the outside, you can see that there are a number of what appears to be like stainless steel domed cylinders that look like they have turn hatches to be able to like twist and open them up. You can see that as you are breathing into this air, it is fogging around you. I will get you to roll a perception check.
As you roll the perception check, I will just put out to the party. You guys are all technically alive. I'm just a being. If you really want, if you want to continue on, because I don't know if we're gonna have to blow this thing up like straight here and now. There is an exit there, and I'm happy to stay and cause enough damage to make this thing go sky high.
Well, it sounds like he's volunteering.
It's noble of you, FN.
Try to get
Good
it.
job, boyo.
So I can see, how's it got? 23, function 69 got 22, Erdis. So how's it function 69 and Erdis? As you are looking into this space, you realize that the ceiling is vaulted. It is very high. And as you look up, suspended above you, hanging upside down, attached to metal beams in the ceiling, these bat-like creatures that have translucent skin with this dark grey veins that seem to pulse ever so lightly. They are completely hairless. They have curved, nodular spines, elongated limbs that end in very long talons. Their skulls contain horrifically pointed teeth with very long, jutted out jaws, and bat-like noses. So their bottoms being like shit off the face. Their eyes are closed. And every now and then you see like a flutter ripple through like a Mexican wave of this colony as someone shuffles. There are many creatures up there.
How many?
I don't know how many staff there were at this facility.
I'll
I pat FN on the back and go, "You got this, buddy."
Alright, I'll look for. From where I'm standing with my perception roll, can I see an outlet where I could potentially
Mess with? Yeah.
mess with?
Absolutely. You have a reactor right in front of you. You can go mess with as you please. Alternatively, you could go back up to that flashback memory that you saw, collect the thing that you remembered, and bring it down here. Whatever.
I just remembered something. I whisper that I saw
Something in
something
the other room.
in the other room, and it might
Left
get us
behind
out of
them.
this without everyone dying potentially and destroying the entire planet. That was on level DM.
Hey,
That was on level A or 8.
A. So that's
There's
like
no
you were ground
numbers.
floor. Level A was the next one down.
That's a really weird way to fucking number a thing. Maybe I understand now why the previous civilization failed.
That's fair.
But everyone, let's just back up really quietly and we're going to
Uh-huh.
get into the elevator.
Uh,
No. I reach over and grab his nose.
No.
I grab his nose.
So I'm gonna read.
His eyes blow out.
good.
I'm gonna read FN69's mind when he's sort of talking about the thing.
Yeah.
So
Roll me a wisdom save.
whether or not,
Oh no, I will freely because I'm used to the feel now, and having someone else in my circuit boards is a new experience, and not an unwelcome one.
Oh, just looking for
But
that.
you get the information, but also other things.
Didn't learn your lesson.
Mostly the sound of a. Brrrr.
He's just reaching for his drink and it's empty.
We should, yeah. Level 8 as everyone gets back in the elevator.
Oh, roll me a stealth check, everyone, please.
Oh fuck!
Elevators like to ding.
That one incoming.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Bye. Nice. That's some serious crap. That's good. Nice.
22. Quite stealthy.
22 is pretty good. Yeah, 22 is good. Yeah, the dice is in my way, which is annoying. So I got 11 and an 8 and a 9. So while the elevator isn't too loud, particularly, as you're going and crossing the threshold, you just tip on the lip, just a little bit, and stumble your shoes. Are you wearing shoes?
Who?
I'm gonna say, Puff, you wearing shoes, buddy?
Yeah, it's snowing outside, yeah.
Nice. So your shoes clatter across the metal. And function 69, you stub your toe. Tricky. As you do so, you can hear this like flurry of movement above you as these creatures all like snap to attention, and these large ebony black orb-like eyes all like the lids flick open and stare in your direction. Yeah.
I push
No.
Puff out into the thing.
No, he doesn't.
The wings open up.
Wait.
And there's this.
Okay, carry on.
You know, you've got a second to.
I want to cast fog cloud on everyone inside the elevator.
Okay.
If I see this commotion, I know I've just fucking made a mess, and Mr. Metal here is just stubbed his toe as well.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing just becomes foggy.
Nice. All right. Anyone else?
I push Puff.
I can't see him.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I push Puff out.
Can you guys make me a contested strength, I guess?
Jeez.
Such an asshat.
He's
I
like,
only just met you.
so you can all get out.
All right, minus. I got a -1, so it's to 13.
Keep in mind, Jeremy, you do have inspiration.
I know, and I'm using it. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, no.
Alright, well, he shoves you out, and despite your protest, unfortunately, it just comes up a bit short. And given the fog cloud, you cannot see either the elevator doors closing. You can hear it. But even that is being drowned out over the sound of this, like, rambling of claws as they scrape across the surface, and this flapping of great leathery wings as they start to descend upon you.
Can
I
see?
cast daylight.
Oh, Nice. So fog cloud with daylight. Nice. Okay. Are you in the elevator or like casting
No,
it
I'm
from?
sort of throwing it out into the middle, aiming to blind creatures that might be sensitive to
Yeah, absolutely.
light.
All right. Casting that, you hear this ear-piercing shriek of pain. I'll get everyone to make me a Constitution save, please. That includes you.
Yeah, I'm just Constitution save.
Yes, please. Oh, nice.
That's
Oh,
just,
nice. You guys are rolling terribly. Fuck.
We are.
So beautiful.
Do I have to? As the
Yeah.
thrower?
Yeah, he needs to do.
Oh, 14.
Alright, is that what'd you get, Mark?
Gonna... Oh, it's being weird.
Oh god.
No, that didn't come.
So Powsett and Puff are okay. Everyone else, you are deafened. Your eardrums have burst. You are bleeding from the ears. There is the most horrible tinnitus going on inside your skulls. They appear to be deterred momentarily from this daylight spell that has been cast in the center of this place. They are very light sensitive, which is possibly why the whole atmosphere has been clouded and darkened. It's a whole lore process.
Mm.
Oh, it's terrible, but I can't tell you. Yes. What would you like to do?
Is the elevator
doors-
closed? I heard the doors closed, didn't I?
You did kind of, but the
Yeah, yeah.
creature's deterred and blinded. You spam at the button trying to get it open at the ground level, because
Yeah.
sometimes it'll still open.
Are we? Who's in the elevator?
Everyone but him.
Yeah.
Him, like before it closed.
It was foggy, so you would have known where he was.
I need to be able to see him.
Yeah, you can't see shit inside the elevator now. We're just supposed to hide you all.
Yeah.
I try and spam the button.
All right, I'm gonna give you. How likely would it be to work? It's pretty likely. I've seen elevators; they work pretty well.
In terms of like,
If you're at the bottom and it's just closed and you press the button, usually it'll open.
I've never seen it
What do you guys
happen.
reckon? Never.
Nah.
I did it just before.
you can put
the
your
other day. My
hand,
friends
like,
building.
I put my hand through it.
If it's set at the time, possibly, yes. All right, I'll roll you a 50-50. So you roll, and I'll go, not you, sorry for Jeremy. Evens, you succeed. Odds, you fail. Then we'll go 50-50.
What am I rolling? Just D20?
Whatever you like, I don't care.
Alright.
D100.
Roll, it's 50-50 roll. You roll a D2, I don't care. 14. Nice. Evens, you do. You spam this button like your very life depends on it, which it absolutely does. And with the intense fervor, it starts to being open again as it opens your gateway to freedom.
I dive into the
Meanwhile,
fog.
is everyone on the other side of the door basically hitting the closed door button?
Yeah.
I would assume.
FN definitely is. He didn't mean to. I thought I was hitting the open button.
You're all inside. Where are we going?
We're going to...
Level A.
Yes.
Alright. Level A. Ding! As these elevators doors open, first it opens into a kind of elongated corridor. I will get you to make me a perception check, please.
Do I need a perception check, or do I know exactly where
Oh,
I'm
you have to
going?
step out because there's a fucking fog cloud in the elevator, so you can't
Yeah, I step out.
see. Okay, cool.
Do I know exactly where I need to go?
Oh yeah, you know where you are. Yes. So initially, as you are coming out of this corridor, I will say Hazard and Puff and strength iPad away. What else we got? Is anyone else gonna roll a perception? I got Otis failed. Would you roll, Mark?
A perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a constitution check.
Ah,
Nice. Okay, so you got a total of 13. 13's okay.
Sorry, my audio is being a bit.
Fog cloud a
crap.
little bit into the fog. You see that this place is really dusty, but in a very weird kind of fashion. You can see like a charcoal, a very deep purple mixed with charcoal in piles on the floor. I'd say roughly about the size of a humanoid kind of body. At the very far end of this corridor, before you can see that there is more plexiglass doors, you can see that there are two kind of turrets, which you can hear this as they raise themselves, focus their muzzles in your directions, pause for a second before lowering again.
I strike.
Spent cartridges on the ground, and looking around those people who got 23, how's it? You can see that above and behind you are laser scorch marks on like the wall surfaces.
fun.
I stride purposely forward to the thing that you described that I can't remember, but
Oh yeah, I got a picture. Hold on.
my character can.
Where are you? Where are you? Where's all my shit?
Put some
Here.
stuff on the table.
Oh, it's here.
As I am looking, do I see this skeletal remains of a small, almost halfling-statured individual? Oh, love it. Who, with coming out of the skull, is a shock of curly red hair.
Sure.
Fantastic.
So entering the laboratory, you would see that there is like a mishmash of half-finished projects, like wires. It's very disorganized. But that's only for some of it. There is one shelving structure that looks like it is very meticulously organized. It has like labels, even like the objects on it are measured like a specific distance from the edge of a shelf. It does look like two distinctly different people operated within this workspace. Looking around, you can see that there is a computer monitor in the central kind of area attached to it with some tape. There's a very old, faded photograph of two people in an embrace, one of them being the person that you had just described. On the ground in front of the decontamination, like biohazard kind of unit for emergency, is a skeletal corpse. Electrodes attached to their head, wires coming away from it. And you just feel sad.
There's a corpse.
There's a corpse, very long dead corpse. Very long dead.
Very long dead corpse.
It's skeletal.
Uh-huh.
I just whisper under my breath, "Mother," and I pick up the corpse and take everything and look for like a blanket or something and cover
When
her.
you pick up bones as a skeleton, they would all fall
Or,
apart. So there's
or
like,
I'll find a blanket, sort of thing.
yeah, okay. Otherwise it's just sort of like bones
And
going down and it's sort of like some tucked inside her uniform.
and I'll
Wait.
go back to the.
This could be really useful. What if we could distract all those fucking flying things downstairs with these pile of bones here? We could send the bones walking in. All those dude creature things could just attack it, and we can. What? Would you rather me be the pile of bones instead?
If you touch her, I will end you.
That's. I don't shut down like that. It's not how it works. But I can switch that
I
on.
will go in. I will go in and deal with whatever those fucking things are. You touch her, and I will end you.
All right. Your funeral.
Potentially. I'll cover up the bones and I'll walk over to the shelves. I'm assuming they're files and vinyls and stuff, and I'm looking for band names through the vinyls and files.
Okay.
Wait, looking for what?
I don't know. Like you said, vinyls, as in like records.
Yeah, well, the files and like, I assume there's like some like things that we don't have now, like vinyls, not CDs or something like that, because I probably wouldn't know what a CD is. But like, I'm looking for a specific band name that starts with M.
I'm gonna need more information.
Come on.
No.
As I'm looking through them, I recall flashes of mystery and intrigue and Ventures to the Feywild, Hags and Bags. I'm looking. There's something in there.
My cat just grew up over there.
Yuck.
Cats are gross. I'm looking for there's like a mystery here, and the word Candlekeep keeps coming up in my brain, and I'm trying to find out. I was part of a band at some point, and I don't know what the function was, and that's why
vinyls that specifically you find. You come across a very well-thumbed novel, and it's of a Candlekeep detective agency. It was published many hundreds of years ago.
Does it have something interesting on the spine?
It does have something interesting on the spine, yeah.
Did you roll a fucking
very
Henry?
Gold embossed font on the spine of this novel. It says, "Dick Nibbles."
I see that word and my brain lights up. What everyone else says is that the eyes begin to spark and like memories coming in a flood, and I know who I was. I know who I am. I know what we need to do.
What?
We need to walk out with our cocks out.
Absolutely read his mind.
Wait, we're going to blow shit up, right? I don't care how you rock
Oh
that
yeah.
out, but
we're going to blow this shit up.
You brought us up here because there was something you remembered would cause such destruction. Where is such a thing?
And I pointed the thing. I pointed the MacGuffin. And I was like, that's the thing. And I have the song inspired by my band. Let's do this.
Do we need our cocks out?
What do I see when I read you?
What you see when you read my mind? Oh god! You see a brief flash of Erwin's cock, and be like, "What the fuck?" No.
It's more like that was quick.
You see memories of a gentleman who didn't have a family, a small fellow who didn't have a family that loved him, who became part of a found family, went on mysteries and stuff like that with them, but never felt like he belonged. And the family helped him to overcome that. There was a bard, there was a cleric, there was a crow, there was so many individuals who helped him feel like they belonged and taught him the value of found family and hope and joy. And you also see images of putting hags in bags, because that was a done thing for a while. But you feel like the emotions that come through are love and hope and joy, and what comes through is music. Like they did their adventuring part and everything like that, but music was the main thing. And whilst they weren't good at music at the time, FN is, and FN has tried to continue Metalicky's journey and bring joy to the masses, even in a barren wasteland. And you know what? Let's go out on a high note, literally. And it's its function. This is FN 69's function. We're gonna 69 this fucking facility and blow it sky high.
Everyone else leaving, you're going down and doing this? Like, what's going on? What's the game plan here, guys?
Yeah, can you just drop us back at ground level?
I mean, you can let's set a timer. Does the device have a timer or something like that? Like,
I mean, maybe not.
I have no idea how this works. I just see a port, and I know what to do with the port. Just plug myself in. But what?
Maybe we could plug our data pad into it, and then perhaps work out some kind of.
That makes more sense than
You're paid if you don't take
what
it.
I was thinking.
Yes. Do we want to get paid, or do we want to save, like civilization?
You were literally saying before that if we give the information that we on this data pad to the people who are paying us, that they're not going to use it for the right reasons.
It's true.
This
So
we're
we're
on a string
local, I guess.
Oh, look at you being the good guy sports. I'm so proud. Aw. Alright, come on, get!
Let's see if I can plug this thing in. And I don't know. Does anyone know how to use a timer?
What's a clock?
I mean, we could go down there and you guys could go up and I could just plug it in and then it's done and then, you guys will be safe and everything like that.
We don't
That
even
sounds
know
like an
if this is
excellent
going
plan.
to be enough to rupture the nuclear reactor down the bottom, right?
I mean,
Roll
I've got
intelligence check.
Oh my calculations!
Intelligence, not investigations.
by my calculations, Ivan.
Go away, dice. I can't say
Dice is literally on the number total. I can't see it.
11 plus 5, is it?
That's 16?
Yep.
Yes,
16.
16. Cool. All right. So with your 16, you would, in your mind, imagine this to be like Dr. Farnsworth's doomsday device.
Can that work again?
Total unfettered distraction.
Oh my! Oh my! Yes.
Good news.
Everywhere.
I mean,
Does it come with a timer? If we recognize the thingy.
I reckon you could jig the dials in such a way in which to set a particular timer to count a logical sequence of numbers.
Here's the
Unlike
plan.
the sequence of letters that we had.
Here's the plan. We get down in the elevator. We just shove this thing out, right? Then we just up and out and run from the boom. This is the plan.
I'm happy to do that. I mean, I have some now. With my memories restored, I have some classic oldies that I can play that I knew were popular beforehand, and we can bank on that, and we don't have to ever do this sort of thing again. We can just be entertainers.
Can we take your mum with us?
Why are you very obsessed with my very much bone mother? I don't like that. I feel very weird about that.
It's Minecraft. You grind the bones up to make fertilizer for plants.
It's just...
I don't think that's what he plans. The way he said that, it sounded a lot more.
I just think she should go for a walk. She's been sitting down for too long.
Mix it with the lotion.
Can I read his mind?
You
can contest it if you want.
No, I don't care. You can read it. I'm too distracted trying to convince him. So, I mean, when you read his mind, it's just that He thinks it'd be funny. This guy just tried to push him out in front of a bunch of killer, like, human-sized bats. And he has the capability to reanimate this bag of bones.
Please do it.
I mean, it's not really his mother, but okay. But no, dude, what the fuck?
Well, so like from your understanding of the situation, you historically had been a pile of circuitry. You could have sensory input into your being. You could accumulate information and process it on the basis of what it is that you had been exposed to and a logical outcome. But you were not capable of independent thought the same way that a human being is. You're not capable of generative learning until she gave you her consciousness.
Oh, so that...
Then you were.
Oh,
She
you
gave
are
you
your mum.
true life.
I mean, no, you can't do that. I mean, there were brain patterns that had been passed down through generations of... No.
You're right. We need no more of you in the world.
I mean,
Burn it.
you could, but I can't. I mean, like, after this, like, who knows what happens. If I survive this, I have plans. But no, you may not resurrect my mother with your weird taint mushrooms and all that shit. Like, no. Like, I mean, if you've got mushrooms growing in your taint, the problem isn't the world. It's
Is this
you.
in-game advice or?
It's everyone's advice for all time in all levels of reality. If you've got taint mushrooms, see a doctor.
Fungus of the gooch.
Fine. Whatever. Let's just go. Let's just get.
Let's blow this shit up.
Let's
fucking go.
Shoving you towards the elevator, getting you inside.
Let's get it.
Is everyone avoiding the piles of dust on the ground? Are we navigating around those, guys?
Well, now that the DM has said that, we're definitely doing that.
Stepping around.
Don't really want to touch anything.
I mean, you walk carefully through these situations. You don't want to disturb too much of what's going on, unless they're bones. Then you can let me know, or we'll do something about that.
I touch it.
Oh,
Fucking Sherwin. I'm just gonna call him Sherwin from now on because that's his fucking name.
No, I do not do that.
Oh,
You
but
just
you
said
could.
you did.
It's done.
No takesies backsies.
No takesies backsies. You know how I roll, Mark. Once it's done, it's done.
Dan's left the game now. I can't believe he did that. I'm out.
Quick, back to the bones.
Already blown up.
Damn it.
But also,
Do I discern whether or not we should avoid the pile of...
oh yeah, you absolutely get this
Bitter.
stomach dropping feeling that would have been possibly the worst thing to lick out of anything that you could possibly lick in this facility, apart from the viral test tubes down in the virus vault.
And you're also with FX9,
Okay,
who should not definitely not be leaked.
But you guys sort of like look around and go, yeah, he leaks stuff. Probably, bad idea, but whatever. Cool. So elevator, you get in the elevator. You've got the doomsday device. You honky tonk down. Can I get someone to try and roll an intelligence check to set a timer on this thing?
Can I give the smart money advantage?
All right,
And guidance.
And guidance. Woo!
Oh, natural 20. Nice.
Oh, what?
Wow.
If you rolled badly, I would have made you do like the Futurama, you set the timer upside down thing. But you recognize that, actually, if you had set this correctly, it would be upside down. So now you're setting the machine like literally upside down, but the time is facing correctly. So it's all good. It is set. It is ready to go.
Do I consume this too and I have my mouth over it?
No,
You want everyone to die right now? Sure.
grab his head and rip it back off it. No, You can come eat.
If somebody wants to carry the doomsday device into a particular part of the room, I can instantly bamf you back into the elevator, and then.
Oh, the robot is
I
voluntary.
volunteer as tribute.
We should have got the bones.
Dude, stop hitting on my dead mum. Like, fuck, it's fucking weird.
You're right. Because already everyone else is burned.
But no, legit, is those bones in the elevator or not?
No.
No, I'd be swatting at
I did not bring the bones.
as he tries to grab the hands. Like, no.
So
no.
Halbert hands you over the doomsday device. I assume you walk out into the middle of this area close to the generator. You can see that the elevator doors are closing behind you and hear them.
Oh, what? Are the
I have to be able to see.
the monsters aren't coming towards me, are they? As
Roll
they
a
come
stealth
down?
check. Do be quiet. Ding.
I am a sneaky quiet.
I can also make you invisible.
I can make myself invisible, but I'll do my stealth check. 17.
Yeah, 17 is okay. So you very stealthily stealth out with your stealthiness into the middle of this cylinder, deposit your load.
I deposit my load. Yeah, I'm very proficient in that.
I figured.
Yep.
And then return. You're bamfing him. House bamf.
Is it done?
Not done till we hear the boom.
Sorry. So, hello? Hello? Wait, hang on.
That the doomsday device.
Well, the doomsday device, I thought it was a bomb.
Have you set the bomb?
Oh, it's my talk.
Well, yeah, no, it's ready there. It's
Bam.
oh god.
Abby starts like talking and then goes ah. You can hear like another ear-splitting shriek. Who was deafened previously?
I was.
Yeah, so you can't fucking hear the conversation anyway. So you'd be.
But it's in my brain hole. It's in my brain hole.
Your response when you're replying to him, you didn't say that you cast message or anything. So you're talking really.
I think he can talk. No, he can talk back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the information I'll give you, sir?
I'd have to. I don't have my phone on me with Slack, but I'm pretty sure it was like a two-way.
Very well. Have it your way then. All right.
Could be wrong.
All he hears back to him is wah 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 wah.
All right, so you're all inside this elevator. The timer is timering, and you ascend to the top. And I would suggest that you leg it as fast as you can because you didn't bring any kind of vehicle with you, and this thing is gonna have one hell of a blast radius.
Mm-hmm.
As we go up, and I'm like, wow, this has been really fun. It reminds me of when I used to be with a band. I mean, have you guys heard of Metallica? You should definitely listen to that. I mean, like, your parents probably wouldn't have listened to it, but it's probably like your grandparents maybe. They might know it, and we should probably run now as the doors open.
Ah, shit. I transform into, like, a hound and just
Leg it.
go on.
Nice.
Why are you guys moving so slowly? Like, you should definitely run faster than that. It's like...
Cool. So as you guys are legging it away,
Beep, 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 beep.
just feel like you just cast like shatter on the plexiglass and burst your way through. You rip through this building, making sure that you have all of your possessions, including your dead mother, and exit the facility. You run and run and run, and eventually you start to feel this rumbling and this trembling beneath your feet. And
Can I press circle twice and dive? Hell divers. Because I know I don't take damage if I dive, so.
You hear at first this muffled explosion sounds coming from deep underground as there is this cascade of reaction underneath the ground. You then can see, as you're running, the tops of the wind turbines having flown off the tops of the structures go flying like spinning pinwheels of death through the air.
Nice.
Hopefully they won't land anywhere where someone's living. That could be a problem for later. Before this explosion cascades to the top of the facility and the rectangular prison is rent asunder, chunks of concrete go flying in all directions. You've got this cloud of rubble and ash and like smoke comes up into the atmosphere in kind of like a cloud, and you are hit by a shockwave. I get you to roll me probably
Athletics check?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, give me athletics.
Ah, that's my strong suit.
That's definitely not my strong suit.
Oh my gosh.
Womp.
I rolled
I
a
don't
9.
know. Athletics for a wolf.
Did it? No, it didn't roll.
No,
I
it didn't roll.
was like, history check. I did a history
You
check
don't
to
so
see
much
if I
showing
heard of metallurgy.
Our foundry crapped itself. Can anyone tell me what they got, including Jared, and see if that rolled?
I just had a
Okay,
massive
we got
crash.
FN 69
Yep.
rolled a 9. How's
Nice.
it rolled a 3? Sparks
Cool.
rolled a 12. How's it rolled another 4?
Nice. You ate shit, friend.
Puff rolled a nat 20.
Cool.
And rolled a nat 1. Well,
Oh,
for
you
4.
are in pound form, so that is fine. Who you rolled a nat 1?
Edison.
Edison rolled a nat 1.
Nice. You eat shit so badly you fall and you break your nose.
As a reaction, can I try and tumble? Because I'm very skilled at acrobatics.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's falling.
I am skilled. I have a 19 for my
Nice.
tumble.
So even though you do tumble, you manage to catch yourself in a very skilled and deft roll, very much like a stunt double would if they were falling and accidentally tripped. And you manage to right yourself, and you keep on going, I assume. After that initial shockwave, there doesn't appear to be anything else, but it does look like more contamination has unfortunately filtered out into the atmosphere. Whether that's going to present a problem to the population in the immediate surrounds is yet to be determined. But at the present moment, you're all, I assume, wearing your respirators, given that you went outside again into the carbon dioxide atmosphere, and you wouldn't be able to breathe if you were running that hard. You would be
I stand up, I pull out my loot, and I say, anyway, here's Wonderwall. And
out from your mother's coat falls a crumpled, I don't know, like mini book or like notebook of scrolled pages.
Aw.
reach
Who's
down, pick them up. I'll pick them up. Well, guess that's a mystery for another time.
Thank you, Lucky Red Sparrow, for rating our channel. We are
Just
almost finished. Did you fall over? Did you roll really abysmally with your 4 and your 3? Yeah, you fell over. You didn't quite break your nose, but like your face is like, I don't know, you probably got like,
messed up, man.
yeah, you probably put like one of your bunny teeth through your bunny lip, bleeding very profusely down your bunny chin, staining your bunny fur a very blood bunny red. You, Mark, can I get Idris to make me a Constitution saving throw, please? You have to tell me what it is because my foundry is fucked.
Ernst? You're asking Ernest, right?
Yeah, you. What do you got?
Sorry, I thought you said
I
Mark.
roll-
No, I need the guy who licked the,
Yeah.
the dust on the
I think.
Yeah, I didn't lick the dust. That was Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Mark,
sorry.
you were
I
asking
thought
me.
I thought this was a failed.
No. I passed.
No, I
my
thought it
turn.
was a failed dive.
I did fail, but then I did a lovely
So what
roll.
was it? A
Oh,
con?
fuck. My bad. Sorry, I got my character names confused.
All good.
Sorry.
So I'm rolling con because I
Thanks.
licked stuff.
Which I mean, fair call. Them sevens.
Nice. You start to feel the onset of a fever. Initially, you think it's just because I've been exerting myself. I've been running really hard. Like, I'm feeling hot and flustered. But there's that telltale tickle where the bridge of your nose meets your sinus cavity. You know the one where it starts to ache just a little bit. It starts to feel a bit tickly, a bit sore, a bit prickly.
It's fine. I've got this.
You.
I got this.
Owen, you've got a little something.
Are we clear of danger now? Is everything kind of like?
I would say you'd be, present.
Saying the explosion, but there's.
Take out of the fact, the environmental radiation, the unbreathable atmosphere,
Yeah.
recent contamination of the air, any creatures that might be attracted by vibrations throughout the ground, and also any potential fallout there is from the explosion that you caused. Yeah, you're absolutely clear of danger.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's time for a rest.
Except for the dude in front of us who's feeling sick.
Oh yeah, that guy who's contaminated himself with a very virulent viral pathogen.
You're fine.
Yep.
Well, perhaps I could set up a hut.
I feel fine.
Have a
Yeah.
This is fine.
Erwin, I don't think you should be around us during the evening, but I'll set up the hut. You might need to find your own
you
lodging for
don't
the evening.
necessarily know that he's feeling unwell. So this is just sort of like the slightest, when you do that introspection when you're starting to get sick and you feel that little, at least I know I do.
You got bit by the zombies and you're not telling us. Classic.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, yeah, I would just.
Sorry. Can I actually very confidently, self-confidently, as Sparks is known to do, cast lesser restoration on myself?
Absolutely try.
I fear no common cold. I think it was just a bit dusty down there.
Lesser restoration and the net effects of said spell in this particular context.
I can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
The condition can be blind, deaf, and paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah.
One disease.
It
Doesn't
does
cover
say
COVID.
technically a viral infection can cross over with disease. So I think plague ravages the kingdom. Sample diseases. Yeah, alright, okay. Dang it, I wanted you to get plague. Yeah, alright, technically you are correct. The best
Take that, DM.
I wanted everyone to die.
So while we set up this little tent, does anyone feel like a mushroom? We're
Wait,
working on new
hold there
variety.
for
Is that one of the fun ones?
second. I'll I'm going to pull from behind Puff's ear a little crystal bead as that'll do. And I will cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Indeed. As you enter inside this hut, I'm gonna get you to take just a quick peek inside those papers that you saw. You can see that it's not a story from Dr. Kendricks. This not a missive or a message directly to you. It appears to be a story about another adventure, about another time. And because I printed it, I'm gonna fucking read it.
Okay, go for it.
Because I don't think we're going to come back to this anytime soon. So this is a story about a man called Josiah, an adventurer who traveled through these lands. It can be hard to know what's right, to be sure about the will of God. The devil lies within lies, truth dressed up as a falsehood dressed up as truth. Sin must be fought where you find it. It was the sin of pride that brought down the old world. The sin of the builders of Babel, and that of Sodom too, and all the rest. But the greatest sin is pride. Josiah traveled with these companions through a portal to a place, a wasteland with a sunless, cloudless, neutral grey sky, for all the world like being indoors. The tower was all that remained standing and whole. They entered. When Josiah saw the library in the base, stacked with books of the before time, full of pride and lies, the word of the Lord came to him. His companions climbed the stairs in search of loot. Avarice was strong in them, but Josiah stayed below and commenced to burn, calling on the cleansing fire of his God. There was little water on this plain, the books caught easily. Demonic things assailed the tower, come to quench the fires of the Lord. But Josiah's companions fought for their lives, and Josiah with them for a better reason. Fed by the papery blasphemies below, the tower caught. They fled upstairs past rooms filled with devices, mechanical and alchemical, alembics purifying ichus, womb-like pods in which gestated strange, misshapen creatures. All would burn. But Josiah's time was not yet. They found a window near the crown of the tower and made their escape. They reassembled below. A man, perhaps, approached them. The word of the Lord came to Josiah. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto this wicked generation. Who would live in this strange place but a demon? But Josiah kept his peace. The stranger began telling his mix of truth and falsehood, that the men of the beforetime had made portals for transport, unaware that these portals passed through this void, and the demons had passed through. That they sealed their portals against demon kind, but the seals were weakening, and that these portals must be closed. True and false, no doubt, closed. The portals should be destroyed, and the knowledge of them erased. The party exited the strange between place, arriving back in the portal room of the node that they had just yesterday departed from. An old man tended the room when the party emerged. He ran to the control panel and began working it. One of the party shot him, a mercenary, his heart black with murder. They left the portal room to find the node empty, its inhabitants gone. Traces of violence left in the halls, but Josiah stayed behind to carry out the will of his God. It must burn. It must all burn. Burn and be cleansed. The fire of the Lord took little purchase on the control panel, but on the ring around the portal that caught, its net of arcane runes scribed with demon blood, lighting with green fire, as good battled evil. Josiah heard battle where his party had gone. Security bots came to quench the fires. Josiah left the portal room to join the fight. Behind him, the containing ring about the portal burned and cracked, its wards weakening and failing, soon to expose a bare portal to the grey void. And this is how you lost 3. You are but one of 5.
FN 69 repeats it in his brain. God is a lie. If they were truly omnipotent, they would not let this stand. We must seek out, and if needed, kill God.
That's one way to rationalize things, I guess.
What? You can see,
for
God,
all
how many
others.
mushrooms have you had?
This would be the story of the fall of another node, which is another city in which your kind now live. The last Denzians, I guess, of this place. It talks of a portal. Now, you know there are places that you cannot go within your city. There are those who serve higher purposes, who have more prestige, who are allowed to do such rites. You are not one of them. Those of which are said to have faced the demons and found their wings. Anyway, story for another time.
This world is much, much bigger than a building in the middle of nowhere.
It is! So is!
Well, okay, so the last thoughts that I have, and why I say what I said, if there was a god who created the worlds and everything like that, why would a god who is just and benevolent, as we think of God in a Judeo-Christian society, allow that to be?
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
So, this is written by a character who had a religious affiliation, who went on an adventure in another city. This is a reflection on his escapades that happened back then, but it is being implemented in canon.
But still, like, if they come to the same conclusion, like, and FN coming to the realization of who they are, if this god is so wise and powerful and all that stuff, why would they allow shit like worlds to exist? Like, why would they make people suffer? So FN's like, you know what? Let's kill God.
It's the only logical thing to do.
It's the only logical thing to do. I mean, I've watched enough anime and shit like that. Like, why? Like,
Isn't that the most recent Thor movie?
What's going to stop any more death?
That
and
was
destruction?
very different. And I,
He
as a
literally
Marvel
plays a
Comics
character
fan,
called God Killer.
Sparks,
well,
here's
there's a
what
reason for
FN
that.
has to say, and realizes that this is how he steps outside of his parents' shadow.
It is to kill God.
I'm gonna kill God.
Any god, doesn't matter. Any god, pick one god. I'm gonna kill it.
Me,
Owen-
where it's like that highway where you've got the two different paths, and it's like the point, and it's straight ahead, and it's just like the conclusion my players came to, and it's like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that God is God, but you know, it could be a you know, someone pretending to be God and stuff like that, and all that sort of thing. But also, Erwin has more psychological issues at play than FN does. I'm just saying that.
That's fine. He's hitched his wagon to yours now. This is how
oh, they're getting married.
he makes a name for himself.
FN's not really into the whole marriage thing. Like, he's interested in exploring a polyamorous relationship, and we can all, like, you know, have fun together. But quiet, so quiet, dead silence.
And on that bombshell.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Maddie.
Maddie.
That was
Thanks,
a lot
Maddie.
of fun. That
You're
was
welcome.
a lot of fun.
This world is so big.
I repeat from what my
You can take
comment
it
in
to
the first.
Penguin colony, or to the cakery, or to the submarine, or the orchard.
Sorry. I heard cakery, and I assume that's just nothing but cake.
It's absolutely nothing to do with cake. That's the best part about it.
Yellow cake?
The cake in terms of development.
Yellow cake.
It should be nothing but a piece of cake, really, if you choose to tackle it.
Hey, if you're watching this on Twitch,
I don't know, I'm on fire.
yeah, if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, let us know in the comments if you want to see continuations of the Mercenaries of the Arctic. I want to play more. This is This has been a lot of fun.
Aw.
Yeah, a futuristic campaign has been quite the twist. I like it. You're right. You mentioned before it reminded you very much of like Horizon Zero Dawn. I got the same vibe, especially trying to investigate the different terminals and the elevators and stuff like this. For sure.
I don't know when that was written, but I wrote this in like 2017. So.
Wow.
No. I mean, like, well, just dystopian futures. They're nothing new. They've been around for a long time. So, but no, it's a lot of fun.
I want you to say you guys against an amoeba. That'd be great.
I just wanted to meet an amoeba and I want to pat him because if he's bear shaped, why not friend?
Great question.
Your mum was bone shaped. Why not friend?
Just wanted to
Stay
point out.
away, Jez. Stay away from my mother's bones.
She needed one more bone in her. That's all I'm saying.
What did I say about rattling the
Oh
bones?
God!
Boners.
I know, but I hadn't heard.
Burn them.
Don't resurrect my mum's bones using your tape mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that as a sentence before tonight.
I'm also very happy that I got to introduce a new Finnery.
Another Finnery. I'm happy you introduced it too.
Yeah, terrible ones.
It's the real intent. It will take over.
It'll grow, multiply, divide.
Hey, folks in the chat, don't forget to give us a follow. We'll be back next week. If you want to see more of this kind of content, we're here for it. Yeah. We're going to let you guys go now. And thanks for sticking around.
Just in case, like, I do the occasional stretch, but I'm doing a master's degree at the moment and my life sucks. But I'm on break because I finished my last assignment on Monday for this semester, and then there's next semester. And then my life is working in the reality of the world. Contributing to the capitalist machine as it dumps away and destroys myself.
So let's
Speaking
get
of
some Maddie
capitalist,
content.
speaking of capitalist regimes, we also publish regularly on YouTube and Spotify for our podcast.
Oh, and I'm thinking
But
that Dave was saying that he liked my reading of my own work. I was thinking of doing like a reading. Like I like reading aloud to people as like audio books, and my kids are occasionally into it. So I was thinking Frankenstein by Margaret.
100%.
Book, and it was written by a woman. So I feel like even though it's a male character, I'm a woman, right? And I'm good at narrating and shit.
I mean, 100%. Like we do have a podcast on Spotify. Hey, if you want Maddie to do a reading of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, 100%. Let us know in the comments on if you're watching this on Twitch, let us know now. And if you're watching on YouTube or listening to us on the podcast, let us know. And we will ask Maddie to do it very politely. We won't tell her what to do, but we'll ask her very politely.
They know how to butter my biscuit.
All right, folks. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for joining us. Maddie, thanks for DMing tonight and taking the reins. Much
Awesome
appreciated.
job, Maddie. Fantastic job. I loved it. It was so much fun.
And we'll be back again next week. Take care, everyone. See ya.